Welcome everyone to once again an awesome live stream from IndieX 2022. This time we'll be showcasing the Brew Barons. Along with me, I will have from Lifetap Studios, Diccon and Rob. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Glad to have you both here with me, showcasing this amazing game. Before we start playing the game or the demo, this is what we got here to showcase for you guys. Tell me, what can you say to me about this particular game and this particular theme? Where did it all started, and why did you guys decided to make a game about brew barons, so to speak?
So the game kind of originates from a Ghibli movie that Dickon and I we both were big fans of. There's a movie called Porco Rosso. I'm sure several people may know this movie. It's uh, yeah, one of Ghibli's. It's somewhat of a unique film because it kind of strays away from the typical Ghibli formula. It's a um, it's a movie that takes place in a 1930s Mediterranean setting. There's a famous red seaplane and a pig character. But yeah, Dick and I, we both love this film, and we're both a fan of arcade flight games, and we wanted to kind of see an arcade flight game that takes inspiration from this movie. And that's kind of how it kind of started. It was that.
Do we have a particular release date already? I know it's coming in 2023. We have a specific date or first quarter, second quarter?
Yeah, so right now we're planning or aiming rather for sometime between Q1 and Q2.
Okay.
Um, we pushed it back just a little bit. Originally, we were planning to release around this December, late December, but we pushed it back a bit because we want to make sure we get everything in there that we were planning to hit. We're also exploring the idea of translations and voice actors for the game. So that stuff takes time, so that's kind of why we're pushing it back a little bit to somewhere between Q1 and Q2 of 2023.
For which platforms can you tell us already, or still being
Uh,
studied?
yeah, so right now it's PC at the moment. Depending on the success of the PC release, we might explore console releases. This kind of feels like it belongs on a Nintendo platform because of the
Yes.
bright, beautiful colors and whatnot. So we definitely want to explore that, but it really does come down to generally the reception of the game and how well it does on PC.
Okay. So um, we will try the demo, guys. Please tell me if all is right with the sound. I'm lowering it so I can hear Rob and Deacon while I play. We will be playing on mouse and keyboard, but it can be played with a controller. So I will be playing in medium. It affects the combat economy and pilot's fatigue rate in incapacitated duration. Okay. So I can select the two starting pilots, the order which we play them. Is that it?
As of right now,
Actually,
the
in the
demo,
demo,
you
you
kind of
have to
only have
choose
one
these two.
outcome.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. That's okay by me. So, mouse aim and manual aim. What can you guys recommend for me? Maybe mouse aim?
Mouse aim is the mouse and keyboard control. Manual aim is manual
A
control
flight
is where
stick.
you control all the flaps, and that's better if you have a controller and if you're more of a kind of hardcore flight gamer. But if you're more of a sort of slightly less hardcore, I recommend mouse aim to start.
Yes. Okay. Include tutorial. Yes. I didn't play the game because it's a demo and I wanted to be enjoying it for the first time. So this is really my first time at Brew Barons. So let's check this out. Welcome to the city of Belém, one of the few remaining communities of its kind that still shines bright with opportunity. Okay, it's Francie and Nigel. Okay. Not a bad place to start a brewing enterprise. So we are going to be fighting against a pirate brand that makes brew. It's the one and only brew company in these shores. May I ask?
It is now, yeah. It is the only other
Okay.
brewing company at the moment. Although, actually, for this tutorial section, you don't really meet the pirates. It's more teaching you how to fly and make the brews.
Okay. The controls, so to speak. Okay, so let's try and not crash at least. I really dig the art, by the way. It's
Thank you.
How about that? She floats. Now, before you head off, just a reminder to keep your speed lows when entering or exiting any harbors. Harbors often have plenty of boats and obstacles that can cause some real harm to you and your plane if you're not careful. So just keep your throttle low and you'll do fine. Yes. At the time, I just want to take off without crashing. I hope. Okay. Well, let's see what this thing can do. I'll give you a quick refresher on the plane controls and instruments. So let's start. Our fuel gauge, full tank. And okay, weight is going to be an important part of the game.
It's a part of
with
the
this
game.
cargo capacity.
Yeah, I mean,
The weight does affect
there is
how
a
the-
relationship. Yeah,
Okay.
so there is weight. It basically goes up based on how much contents you have in your plane. If you're carrying around more stuff, your plane is going to start to feel sluggish and it'll kind of have less lift and potentially drop out of the air. But it's not a
Okay.
super critical component of this game. We're not trying to make it super hardcore. So it's not too big of an issue.
Okay. So throttle inputs, left control and left shift. Okay. So it's the acceleration and decelerator. Okay. When you lower your throttle when you want to slow down. Okay. The red portion of throttle bar represents sustained engine damage. Damage will limit engine performance. Below that is the plane health bar. Okay. From the looks of it, yeah, that I was going to say that we haven't full HP bar at the moment. Okay, next to the throttle bar is the propeller pitch toggle. Simply put, you can invert your propeller angle and make the plane traverse either forward or reverse. You would only want to use this if the plane gets snagged or stuck. Okay, we are talking about commands in water, so we can reverse it. Correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Hopefully, you
so
won't need to use it too often.
Let's try not. Yes, that I was going to say that. I hope that you won't use it very often. So when finally steering the plane, simply point the reticle in the direction you want to go, and I'm sure your flying intuition will take over. So let's start it up. Let's hope that we won't screw this up. Okay. Okay. So we'll try. Okay, here we go. Nice. We are close to the limit. So I will decrease it a little bit. Okay. So guys, when I'm ready to take off, the only thing I have to do is to raise the mouse pointer.
Actually,
correct.
for this
Whenever
tutorial,
you point that
you can
cursor-
probably see that the plane doesn't have full wings.
Yeah.
So this particular
And
plane
is
isn't going to take off.
kind of failing.
So where you're heading right now is gonna explain a little bit more, and then after that you'll be able to take off. So, but in this section you can't take off because it doesn't have wings. Because you bought a really cheap plane.
We will have to go get some wings. Okay. Oh, you're here, the brewery, our new base of operations. Okay. 3 floors of brewery. Not bad. Yep. So we will try to upgrade this or rebuild this brewery along the way.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea, is that you're making a brand for yourself. You're trying to grow this company and kind of uh, basically outcompete the pirates that have their own brewing operations,
Okay.
and essentially beat them at their own game.
So the golden square indicates a dockable location. This particular one will take us directly into our hangar. So we have a brewery upstairs. Here is the hangar, and hopefully we'll be capable of building or opening our own bar, I guess.
Yeah.
So always reduce your speed when maneuvering the plane into a dockable location. If you don't, you run the risk of overshooting and possibly crash. Hope not. Really hope not. So let's fix it up and probably get some wings. Yes. So this is our menu from the hangar. When we have the create button, we can craft new planes from scratch.
That's correct. So
Oh.
you'll be toggling between fuselages, wings, pontoons, propellers, engines, and they all possess different attributes. So it's not like something simple like increased speed or reduced weight. It goes a little bit further than that. It's more so traits that modify how your plane behaves in the world and abilities. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
got that RPG element to it.
That's very nice. So if I hit repair, it will repair all the damaged parts of the plane automatically.
Yeah, you can hit repair, and then you'll basically choose how much you want to repair the plane.
Okay. Oh. So
Because this
and
is
how
like
much money it will cost?
exactly. So because this is like, there's also a business management side to this game. You might want to be careful of, if you're on a budget, maybe you don't want to spend everything on your repairs.
That's really smart. So, structural damage is repaired so far. We can construct some new wings. Start by opening the modify tab. And in the modify, we'll have budget frame minus 50 repair cost, 50%, and plus 10 cargo weight.
Yeah. So every part has a positive and negative trait. So as you're assembling your plane, you kind of want to take into account your positive and negative traits and kind of balance them out, or lean your plane attributes in one direction and stack it so that it's really good at combat, but maybe it's not so good at, foraging for items.
Okay. We'll have to choose the risk and reward of any item that we install on our aeroplane. So,
Exactly.
broken wings, we don't want broken wings. Stable and light wing gives greater lift and tighter turns. Okay, it's more nimble. Greater drag reduces top speed. Okay. So I will purchase cadet wings.
Mhm.
Nice. Now we have wings. There we go. So now we will try to finally get this out of water and not crash. So we are going to exchange a few bottles of old cider and have a hand for a valuable piece of plane equipment. Let's start by moving all the bottles of cider from the brewery inventory to the plane inventory. So now we will begin to get some weight on it. So brewery, bar, plane. So we drag and can decide how many of it we want to transfer. So I'm going to transfer all of it. It's loaded, and now let's add out. You can undock from the exit menu. So we can undock it. Yes, that's it. Oil, flaps, rudder controls looks good. Ready for the maiden flight. Oh man, I'm kind of nervous. I just don't want to screw this up on live stream. So
You'll be
let's try
fine.
it. The bar is located within eye range. Oh, so I can even go by sea.
If you really wanted, but in this case, you kind of have to
Yes,
go
but
through the tutorial.
but I really want to fly. She's telling us so. You will want to avoid approaching the pier head down. You'll almost certainly crash if you're traveling too fast. No, I'm going to slow down and go sideways, so to speak. Okay, perpendicular angle. It's the correct way to say it. Oh god. Okay. I'm watching the rings on the air, so okay. The ring color as you approach him. Okay. Ideal throttle percent. Yellow 100%, red 30%, and 0% just before the goal. Okay.
Yeah, so this is just teaching the player, the basic approaches and throttle management when you're coming in for a landing.
It gives us a hint if we are going too fast. If we must at least reduce the speed. So I'm going to throttle it up. This time we have the full HP.
You have the full HP.
Ignition. Yeah. Nice. So now I'm going to give it like 80%, a little bit less, or 100% just to take off. Yeah. Now I
yeah, that
can.
looks good.
Yeah. So far so good. We can. I lowered it a bit. Yes. That's okay, I guess. Don't need to go any faster than this.
Yeah, so we tried to make the flight controls kind of suitable for any caliber of player, whether you're a casual or hardcore. That's kind of what we aim for. So
this kind of reminds me a game that came out. I don't know. I don't remember the name. It was on the original Xbox. I believe the plane was also red.
It's Crimson Skies.
Are you thinking of Crimson Skies?
Yes, Crimson Skies. Yes, thank you. It was Crimson Skies indeed.
Yeah, I mean we can get into it a little bit later, but we actually took some inspiration from Crimson Skies as well. But we can discuss that in a bit.
That was my question. Yeah, that was my question indeed. So I'm going to lower my speed. So set 30% throttle now. Oh, I'm below 30. Come on. Yes. She can fly.
Watch out for the boat.
Yeah, don't hit the boat.
Okay. So reduce your speed, slowly enter the final ring. Oh, I'm really, really slow. I'm on the water already.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes. Yeah? You think so?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is just about perfect.
We did it. There. A little bit ahead. Yeah, I didn't want the dock. Oh, he will dock automatically? If we dock it, D. We are close enough to it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. And so tell me about the inspiration.
Sure.
Sorry, you were saying? No,
So we also have the option to turn auto dock off. So if there's any players that kind of are looking for a more skill-based challenge of not having that happen, they can control pulling up to the pier perfectly. That is something that they can do by turning that auto dock feature off.
Okay, so that it has to be a more precise landing and placement of the plane when we hit the water and we want to dock it. So we have to perfectly align it to the pier? in this case?
It's more so it prevents you from kind of going too fast and crashing into stuff. It quickly stops you. So that can be turned off if anybody is looking for more skill-based landing.
Okay, that's fair. Always at cider. I think our cider will be very, very good to this establishment. I guess they are appreciating it a lot.
Yeah, so basically, the bars in this area are kind of have no choice but to stock the brews of the pirates, which are kind
Yeah.
of awful tasting brews. They're kind of horrible, but it's kind of the only thing that's available. So this cider that you have is something valuable to this particular bar owner. And in return for the cider that you're giving him, he's going to give you some playing equipment for your playing.
Perfect. Hope it will be weapons. He's giving us the hint that hydro aviation can be pretty dangerous in the hands of a novice, and maybe around this place because of the pirates. We're toying with hydro propulsion. Nice. Oh, it's not just hydro propulsion, hydro projectiles too. Okay, give me some weapons, some pew pew, so I can at least defend myself.
Yeah, so basically in this kind of universe, you're a civilian. You're not like you don't have access to firearms, but
Yeah.
the water systems are kind of more of an irrigation system, but you can kind of use them like weaponry. So that's kind of what you're doing.
Oh, that's nice. So a torrent of high pressure water blasting behind you. You're also able to shoot water projectiles in front of you. Okay. So I think we will try that out. Try that out also. So agreed. There are ingredients scattered throughout the world that we could collect and craft into all sorts of unique brews. Though, first things first, we should cover the basics of plane abilities. Yes, please. Above the compass plane's ability bar, it displays the currently equipped ability and water meter. So the water depletes.
That's correct. And you
Yeah,
can
that's
always
right.
refill it.
Yeah. And how can we restock the water?
She
That's
will
actually going to
explain in
get
a
covered.
minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Plane abilities consume water from the meter when activated. Sorry, guys. So let's start by testing out the water boosting ability. It's great for hopping island to island and rapidly speeds and gaining high altitude quickly. Mouse wheel. Okay. That's how we exchange and cycle the abilities where we spend the water. Okay. When you run out of water, simply get within close proximity to the ocean. Oh, I don't need to be landing on water. That's nice. Vacuum up water to refill your water meter by holding down the vacuum input. Right mouse button in this case. Go ahead and refill now. Okay, I'm doing it. It's very, very nice that we only have to approach, not land.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for use the ability,
Actually,
we
the
left
faster
click
you
it.
go, the faster you go above the water, the faster you refill. So if you're quite skillful, uh,
Oh,
you can fly very low and fast, and you'll get a faster refill rate. But you can also crash, so it's some more risk and reward.
yeah. Let's try it out. At least boost it up to have a clean takeoff. So fly through the rings and boost when told to. So I'm going to ignition. I really like to pump it up the ignition on this game. So we will throttle it up. Turn and hope for the queue. And wait for the queue and hope it all goes right. Try not to hit the boat. Okay. Left mouse button. Yeah. Yeah. This is like the
Yeah, that's
turbo.
it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's nice. And it doesn't deplete that fast, which is good, so we can use it I like the details from the splash on our screen, from the drips of water. And yes, what? No, that was intense. He says, "This will we be able, from what I saw, to travel between islands, from island to island?" Um,
Yeah, that's
y-
correct. So
yeah.
pretty soon here, you're going to start flying around this one particular island to search for a bunch of apples. There's a bunch of apple trees on this island that you'll be kind of going down and shooting at, and you'll be knocking the apples off the trees and collecting them that way.
Okay.
And then later on, not in this demo, but in the full version, there are well, actually, in this demo, there's only two extra islands that you can explore. Uh, but in the full version, there's quite a few more, and other islands will possess different ingredients for you to collect.
Oh, so we will swoop these apples like we swoop the water, correct?
So first, you'll want to shoot them. So
Yes.
you'll dive down to the
Like
island
this?
just below you. That's correct. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the water projectiles. You'll want to kind of do maybe a 180 turn so that you're facing towards the main island.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
So there should be apple trees, clusters of apple trees, kind of all over this island for you to
Okay.
shoot.
We have
They might be
some of them here. So
exactly, yeah, just like that.
try not to crash. That would be nice. So we have to gather 100 apples. So we are going to shoot more. Oh, I don't have any water. So let's test the theory of the faster I go, the faster we refill the water. Hopefully, without crashing it. So
It's a combination of speed and height. So you want to watch your altitude meter and see when you're
okay.
fairly low. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So and now I'm going to boost a little bit and shoot the projectiles. Let me check the range of them. Oh, they have bullet. We have bullet drop. So nice. We have bullet drop. And the noises from which the plane does when we turn. That's really nice too. Very nice details. So where are the
Yeah.
apples? Okay.
And I should
here are
also maybe just give a quick comment on the music as well. So we hired a composer that is kind of from the region that this movie somewhat takes place. So, sorry, the movie that we were inspired by. So the movie, as I mentioned, is called Porco Rosso. It takes place in the Mediterranean, Adriatic Sea kind of area. And our music composer is a native from Barcelona. So he's kind of sourced out, musical instruments from the area, and he kind of gives it that cultural European sound to the
Is it
soundtrack.
really good? It's really good. I didn't mention it earlier, but the music, the theme, it really fits with the ambience. So, tell me, how many people there was in your team involved in this project?
So
It's just us. You-
currently, yeah, Dickon and I, we
Really?
well, Dickon is the main programmer. I'm the main artist, and then we have our music composer that we hired on midway through, and currently we're in the middle of getting a writer to help us with writing.
It's the first game from your from Lifetap Studios.
Yes, yeah, it's the first one that we've produced.
Okay. Hopefully the first for many. I guess it's if they are all with this quality. I really hope this is only the first one. So I got 100 apples. Okay. She's pointing me back home, I guess. So these apples will be for us to produce more cider.
Yeah, that's kind of the general idea. In this specific tutorial, you're only looking for apples, but beyond the tutorial, you're looking for a wide array of different ingredients that you will be mixing into your brews. So if you were making a wine, you might be wanting to look for grapes. If you're making a vodka, you might be harvesting potatoes. And
nice.
you're kind of there's no limitation to what you're mixing. So if you wanted to mix potatoes and apples and try to make a brew from that, you can certainly try.
We will have all the freedom to mix whatever we want, and who knows, discovering some new recipes for it.
That's
For
correct.
example,
So there is a number of brew outcomes that are positive. The player can try to discover those by themselves, um, or you can follow recipes.
okay. Okay, break. Yeah, we didn't crash on the landing. Okay, still full HP. So back home in one piece and cargo full hull of apples. So far so good. Second floor brewery. So now we are going to another part of the game, I guess. You can access it from the exit menu. So the brewery. Okay. You managed to fit a fully functional brewery on a single floor. That's true. Impressive. So now we'll again move our cargo. We are going to move them for the brewery and all the 100 apples. Okay, you can also look up recipes, manage your back catalog, upgrade the brewery, and manage any delivery contract. So we will have specific contracts, guys, that will be arriving to us for us to fulfill them, I guess.
That's correct. Yeah. So as you gain fame in this world, there will be other bars that are interested to stock your brew. So they might come with you. They might say, "Oh, I need a cider, or I need a wine or whatnot of a certain alcohol value." So when you're crafting your brews, you can determine how much alcohol by volume the brew will have, and it's kind of based on the amount of yeast that you add. That kind of all gets explained in this section that you're in right now.
Okay. To be honest, this was something that I didn't expect on this kind of game. The level of detail in the percentage of fermented and distilled. This is I don't know if we have any alcohol fans or beverages in the chat, but this is really ingenious. So the large metal pot is where we will blend all our ingredients. Highlighted is the brewery pot interface. It's used to measure percentage ratios of ingredients dispensed into the blending pot. So it's important to know that only the top 3 ingredients in the pot of a sufficient quantity will count, okay, towards your brew outcome. So don't get thrown in a whole slew of different ingredients. Okay, 3. The top 3 ingredients. Okay. Beneath it's the ingredients percentages, like we were mentioning earlier, the value of your dispensed ingredients, and below it's the alcohol by volume percentage. As you dispense ingredients, the maximum alcohol potential will go up. Okay. Sometimes it's important to pay attention to the max alcohol potential. Some clients prefer a hard drink and with a very high alcohol percent, like you mentioned. That's something that will come indicated on the contract that we receive,
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. That's correct.
In this situation, you may need to carefully dispense the correct ingredients to reach a high enough alcohol potential in order to satisfy the request. Okay. The reset button if you want to just restart it. Now the fun part. This is the ingredient wheel. It will allow us to cycle through all of the ingredients. Now we only have apples that have been placed in the brewery inventory. You can use the dispense button just below to drop all 100 apples into the pot. Let's do that. Okay, so... Oh! This is more satisfactory than I would think, to drop all the apples.
And it gets more fun when you're working with more than just apples.
That's nice. That's really, really nice. Next, we will add yeast to the mixture, which will convert into alcohol. Pay attention to the rise in alcohol percentage while adding yeast. So it's okay. I was clicking on the wrong side. Okay. Holding down and releasing the scoop. The longer the hold, the more yeast will be scooped. Okay, so let's try. Okay. We fill the shovel. Okay. I don't want to get a really, really strong beverage, I think. Is that a ideal percentage for, let's say, in this case, cider?
So for this particular tutorial, there is no target, so you kind of can do whatever you want.
Up in it to 100. Oh, okay, it's like this. Okay, so distilled and fermented. So I'm going to end. Pick a method. Ferment and distill, which will produce lower yield with a higher value product and alcohol percentage. In this case, we haven't any bonus, but I believe that in the game we will have bonus regarding the method we choose.
Yeah, that's correct. So there will be basically you will be able to assign somebody to kind of manage your brewery, and depending on their skill, they might grant a bonus to your outcome. And we might have brewery upgrades that also modify your yield and possibly the quality of your brew.
That's really nice. The managing part, it's ingenious. So if we choose to ferment it's cider, ferment plus distillery, it's a brandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's based on like real brewing logic, basically. So if you were to do that with apples in real life, that's kind of true to life of what you would end up with.
So someone is asking on the chat, will this game be coming out on consoles, like we talked earlier?
So yeah, basically it depends on the success of the Steam release. If we do well on Steam, then we will definitely explore the idea of a console release.
Let's hope for the best, I guess, because this particular game on Switch would be really awesome. So we just have here an apple cider, 1 star, retail unit price of 14 silver, alcohol 12.2. We created 100 of these bottles. So we can bottle it or dispose it. You can now choose to discard the brew or proceed to bottle it. Yes, I will bottle it. Oh man, we can even choose the label.
Yeah, so this is just a little fun cosmetic element. It's purely cosmetic, though. I should mention it really doesn't change the performance of the brew, but it's just something kind of
The
fun
cork
to do. And
so nice, yes.
And
well, we can
eventually,
custom...
we would like to support importing your own labels. So if you have like your own logo, or if there's a certain design you want to import into the game and put it on the label, that's something we do eventually want to support. So should be fun.
No, I was going to ask you that if we can custom made our own labels. by uploading our own picture or a tool on the game, so to speak. We can
Yeah, so
even choose the bottle weathering.
yeah,
So
exactly.
cool. Well, I really like this one. Let's go with this one. Here we go. Our new cider brew will now appear under My Products menu. This menu is used to produce more of this brew. Okay. So at the moment we don't have any contract asking for this type of cider. He will be, like she's saying, stocked, so to speak, on our brewery.
Yeah, that's correct. So basically, the brew that you just created now, you're going to stock it in your own bar for the meantime.
So this is hopefully our future bar.
Yep.
Now empty. Okay, this we now you have 0 of 5 stars. This is really good. Can we expand for other islands our own bars, or this will be our main base and bar? So to or we can't open our own bar in other islands. Are there any plans to implement that, for example?
So right now, basically this is your only bar, but
Okay.
you will be expanding by kind of delivering your brews to other bars. So whatever you create, like for example that cider that you just created, if you were
Yeah.
to deliver that to another bar, you would see that on their shelves in their bar.
So nice. This so if we sell beer and vodka, we have a theme on the bar. If we will have wine and brandy, we'll have another theme. I really like this
Yes.
one. This one.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you can choose a theme to match whatever type of brew you're wanting to sell. And you can kind of change the cosmetics of the bar as well.
So okay, now we can even visually swap the floor pan, the chairs, the stools, the lights.
Yeah.
Nowadays people just like to customize all with skins in weapons or whatever, and here we will. This is cool because no one will have the same bar. If we will be 20 persons, 20 people, anyone can customize it to their own taste. That's nice.
And
So we will
it'll
call
also
this Lifetap bar.
It'll also stock the unique brews that you created. Those are also going to be sitting on your shelves too. So you're correct that nobody will have the same bar.
Yeah. For us to find two equivalent bars would be almost impossible, and even more if we have those custom-made labels for the bottles. This is really nice. I really enjoy this detail. Lifetap bar, interesting choice. We can always change it later. Okay. Okay. So the time, okay, we'll have to end this stream, unfortunately. So in terms of time, this demo is how long? Can you tell me? More or
So actually,
less?
you're just about finished the main demo. You're just about finished the tutorial. After the tutorial, you're free to fly around the main island, and there's two other islands for you to explore. There's pirates that you can kind of dogfight with. There's another bar that you can kind of make deliveries to and talk with the bar owner. So the demo, there's quite a bit of play you can get out of it. I think the average player might get a little over an hour.
That's good for the demo.
That's just for the demo, yeah.
Yes, tutorial finished, a new game begins. So this is what we can do in the demo, and we can explore like it's here on the menu. You're now able to explore beyond the main island in search for new ingredients, recipes, contracts, blueprints, and much more, guys. Please try this demo out. That's my advice to you all. because there's much to do here in the demo, and I hope that we will have the announce of the final release date for this game. I will be wishlisted, to be honest, for me. Um, Thanks a lot for your application of the Brew Barons here on IndieX 2022. This is really awesome, and I hope that we will have any news for you guys regarding also the release on other platforms along the way. Is there is anything that you want us to know or want to say about the future of Lifetap or the Brew Barons, guys?
I just want to say that yeah, this is our first indie title. We're pretty proud of what we've created just for such a small team, and we've had some amazing reception on our Discord. We're happy to see all the enthusiastic people that are there every week, chiming in, seeing how our progress is. So yeah, I want to thank you for streaming and thank for everybody that's supporting us thus far.
I truly see this going big. To be honest, the
Yeah, I want to
community
say
when
thank.
they are able to. Yes. Please, Diccon. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah,
Please do.
I want to thank you again, and also to say that we actually have some stuff in the main game that's pretty different from what's in the demo. We have these giant pirate bosses that do not feature in the demo. So if you want to keep up with the main game, then you follow us on Twitter or the Discord, and that's where you'll see some of the features that are not in the demo. And that's also where the announcements will be. So
Yeah,
Of
I'm glad
course.
Dickon brought that up because that is a
Diccon,
pretty big part of it. Is the fire bosses? They're pretty impressive and fun to play with. So I'm glad he brought that up.
yes, I will definitely have a look on your Discord, guys. We'll join it too. Like I said, Rob, Diccon, thank you very much for your time and for your application here on IndieX with this marvelous game. Okay,
thank you.
have a nice day. I will hopefully hear from news from your game very soon.
Awesome.
I hope. Okay, guys.
Thank you so much.
Best of
Thank you
luck.
very much.
Thank you.